Okay, we have an 1850 battle report for you today. I've got a army you've seen before, 3 sets of guardians inside, a wave serpents, big guy with the Suncannon, 2 units of warp spiders, big unit of warwalkers and bright lances, a guy with, unfortunately, with Mantle seer is not going to be very good against my opponent because I'm facing Tau. I'm facing a army with 4 Riptides, 3 Riptides, Ovessa Star. We got Ovessa there. We got the deathstar going on behind him. 2 of these Sky Rays. There is Crude coming on the table edge, Crisis Suits coming down, a whole bunch of nastiness. We're playing the Scouring. Unfortunately, 4-point objective flipped over there. 2-point objective, 3 point, 3 points, 1 point, and what was that over there? That's a 1 point as well, yeah. So that's also another 1 point because the numbers are actually a bit from 6 down to 4 and whatever. Anyways. So, majority objectives this place against the shooting army. Some over here. I'm going to have to move up forward. I actually forgot to film before my opponent already tried to steal initiative, but he didn't steal initiative, so I am going first. And we're going to see what happens here. Oh, I forgot to roll powers, so I'll have to figure that out in a sec. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 1. Not a great turn. What happened? They got a decent jump. They're hiding here, blocked line of sight, so they are going to take a lot of ignoring line of sight guns, unfortunately. But, you know, I mean, if my opponent can't kill them, then they will be a thorn in his side. Those guys are hiding behind there. Over here, why was it not a great turn? These guys had guide. The rerolls didn't help at all, though. They only got 4 hits. Just got 2 glances on that guy, and then 3 sets of shields re-rolled, twin-linked with the scatter lasers. Didn't get a single glance. Not a single glance to finish him off, so that really screws me, because that guy that would have been first blood, and he also has some of the only marker lights in this army are coming from that guy, so that is really, really rough. But what are you going to do? I'm going to lose some serious units. I mean, that might have been the end of me, we'll see. And that is it. These guys had to move out and then run to get those bright lances to work. And Farseer, what powers did I roll? I rolled Guide, Prescience, and Hallucination. So I guided, or prescience those guys, guided those warwalkers, so that was it for now. And he's hiding because he doesn't want to get killed by all the ignoring cover stuff, you know. But that is it for now. We're going to see how the Tau can obliterate me on turn 1. Also forgot to mention, he fired his scatter laser, twin linking that thing into that Death Star over there. Wiped out 1 drone, unfortunately only 1 drone, but took 2 wounds off this Ovesa guy because of Look Out Sir. So that was that. That's something, I guess. And that is on to the next. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 1 for the Tau. They do manage to get first blood. It did take them a lot of shooting, but they managed to first blood this vehicle here. These guys popped out. They are not pinned though. So that kind of, for a while it looked like we were both going to have bad first turns, but no, they had a very good first turn. What did they also manage to do? Fired some stuff in here, wiped out 2 of my warwalkers, but 1 of them survives. Otherwise, a variety of ignoring cover stuff fired in here, managed to kill 2 of these guys, so no morale save needed yet, so that was relatively lucky there. But yeah, we're already getting beat up here. We've already lost first blood. It's going to be a tough fight. Now we got to see if my 2 units of identical jetbikes come on. They're both on. They, for some reason, really want to fight. So they're going to be coming on in a second. Okay. And it is going to be back in. Okay, rounding up top of turn 2. Much better turn for the Eldar. What happened? Those guys only got a 2-inch jump teleport, so 8 inches total. So they had to kind of put half the unit after the run. Was 3 guys were in the side armor, some were in the front, but the side armor guys managed to wreck it, so that's just wrecked. Over here, combination of shooting from Bright Lance on that guy, penetration, immobilization, and then a bunch of shots from that vehicle, ignoring cover through some through the doorway in the middle there and some windows, managed to actually wrecked it. So that was a good stroke of luck. These guys got a massive jump. I think it was something like 15 inches or something. Jumped into there, teleported in, blasted into that guy. Only took off 3 wounds, but my first unit of jetbikes that showed up killed that guy. That managed to do it. It was the rending shots on these guns that did it. 4 rending, 6 hits, 4 of them rending. Couldn't believe it. Well, you know, AP2 rather, blade storming. Pardon me. These guys are just chickening up towards that objective. He flew out over here. He guided 1 unit, but tried to prescience another one. Double 6s, so I used up my warp charge to stop the insanity there. These guys just flew on and are hanging out over here. That vehicle, tough choices. I had to decide, do I want to zoom him forward to unload next turn, or do I want to take some lucky shots? Took some shots and passed all the saves though. This guy, however, blasted in there, wiped out 2 drones and caused 1 more wound on Oshava. So they had to take leadership, but they made it. They made the leadership. And that was that. We're going to see, do you want to roll to see if your stuff shows up?
I'll see if it comes in.
So what's first? 3. Croots?
Crooch.
Okay, but...
Three-man crisis.
Three-man crisis.
Single-man
Single crisis. Single crisis.
Single-man crisis.
Okay, so everything but the second crew unit is on. This is going to be an awesome, brutal fight coming up now. Here we go. I forgot to mention, last turn, turn 1, everything Nova charged. A combination of stuff, ripple fire on that guy, got some hits in, 3+ saves everywhere. That's why this guy only went down a few wounds, because he had a 3+ save going. Nova charged everything again. That guy, I think that guy failed?
Yep, he failed.
That guy failed. They passed, I think, what did he do? He did...
3+ invulnerable.
3+ invul. That guy passed with ripple fire. So there is Nova charging going on. I just forgot to mention. So that pain is happening. Okay, and then these guys have landed correctly. Landed beautifully there, landed way off over there, almost off the board, and these guys came on over here. So there's a whole swarm of guys coming behind my army, trying to obliterate my rear armor of my vehicles. Pretty cool. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 2. Action is fast and furious, shooting like crazy in the air. He's down to 1 wound now. I forgot if I mentioned he took a few wounds last turn, took 3 more wounds this turn. Those guys, one of them decided to fire in here, try to get lucky, but couldn't wound me. These poor guys over here, 3 fired into the rear armor of that vehicle, not a single glancer pen. That guy's same problem, just couldn't get through the mighty armor 10 of the rear of these vehicles. Mind you, those Crude are like champions. They show up, just glance my lone guy to death despite the 5+ invulnerable save. They're like, yeah, we got this, don't you worry. Over here, 3 dead, 3 of these guys dead. I flew in there, took a couple of dangerous terrain tests past them to get myself a nice cover save going on. Made some cover saves, but 3 guys died. We passed our leadership though, so they're rocking. And I think that was all to report, right? Yeah, that's it. So, and jump moves, spreading backwards, staying away from stuff. And we've got to really think now. I've got 2 sets of scoring troops in here. I probably need to deal with this instead of pushing it that way with those troops. So I'm probably going to belch out this way, and I got to decide what to do with this guy. The fact that he can't see those 3 guys anymore, I was totally going to shoot at them, but maybe not going to go that way after all. We'll see. I mean, he's got 1 turn left to live, so I got to make it count. And is back rounding up top of turn 3. What happened? Prescience on those guys, guide on those guys that are hiding there now. And of course, perils again with double 1s this time, so I had to save my 3rd power again. Otherwise, what happened here? This unit combined with the Jetbikes, combined with this guy blasting in, wiped out what you see here. Farsight's down to 2. No, sorry, Farsight's dead. Buffmander's down to 2. Big Boy is down to 2. That thing's still alive. Untouched, didn't shoot at that guy. What happened over here? They ran up and grabbed the relic. Over here, 1 unit charged forward, shot 7 of those 10 crew. This unit charged forward, killed a bunch of stuff here. I think put a couple of wounds in, but the vehicle managed to wipe out the rest of that unit over here. Tried to get help from these guys. Not a lot of help there, but we did manage to wipe out that unit. This vehicle, I was going to shoot him that way to try to hurt that guy, but I decided instead to turn the turret that way. Wiped out that guy. Strength 6 hits, got through his armor saves. I think that was mostly it to report. We teleported around. Over here, funny moment of the game. These guys, 5 dangerous terrain tests, failed 2 of them, failed both armor saves. So because I failed both, it was a leadership check, but they made their leadership, thank goodness. Dangerous terrain, not our friend. Those guys passed dangerous terrain. They're hiding behind the wall there. They jumped in and helped blast into that unit. And that is that. So on to, you want to see if that last unit comes on a 3+? Crew. There, the crew are on. Let's see where they go. You want to do 1 or 2?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they're coming on that side. They're going to hurt my dudes, so it's going to be pretty sweet. Time to die, Guardians. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 3. Still pretty exciting. What happened? Those guys, sorry, these guys and those guys showing up over there, combined to fire in here, killed 5 of my guys. They ran. They're running. They're sort of near an objective, but man, if they don't rally, they're going to be in trouble. What else over there? That guy shot missiles, didn't do anything, charged in, but got 1 glance on that vehicle. Here, move of the game, but just unlucky. Moved up, charged into here, split fire. This thing fired into here, didn't do anything. That guy obliterated my big guy. He Nova charged his, what is it, Gatling gun, Monster Hunter, surrendering on 6s, rerolling, obliterated that big guy, no problem. And then the move of the game to charge in here, Overwatch did nothing, needed a 4, rolled a 3. Wow, so we breathe a sigh of relief. My God, what a total shift that could have been, eh? Because I've really shifted back this way, but okay, so that was that, and I think it is on to turn 4 now. We're going to try to do something. Everything's on the board that needs to be on the board. We are okay, so rounding up top of turn 4. These guys guided, but of course another double 1, so I had to cancel one of my warp charges. Tried to prescience. Sorry, tried to prescience something. I think failed on somewhere. In any case, though, moved up here. Fired that unit, fired 2 surviving guys. They're still hiding behind there. They smashed through the wall, shot, then ran back behind it. So we managed to kill everything except this guy's down to 1 wound, shield, that guy's untouched. Over here, everything got wiped out. Shooting from bikes wiped out the unit 3. Those guys charged up, wiped out that unit. Vehicle took out that guy. So we've kind of commanded this board. This is all that's left in Tau, and they're going to try to fire back and destroy us. So I forgot to mention, they did flee. They're fleeing, but we just rolled now. They've rallied. So that's important to know. Okay, so bottom of turn 4, tried to Nova charge, succeeded to Ripple system, even though he was split, he was twin linking his smart missiles, got a bunch of hits in on, actually fired everything at the Farseer because a lot of the smart missiles would ignore him. Got 3 smart missile saves, I passed them all though, and 1 2+ rerollable from his other gun, but we passed that one. Over here, that guy tried to Nova charge, failed finally, but blasted in here, but didn't do anything, drifted way off in between the middle of that stuff. So it's just our turn now, we're going to try to finish off those last 2 things. So rounding up, we just did the entirety of turn 5. What happened? My army pushed forward, wiped out that unit with shooting, took a lot of shooting, though, took almost everything. Managed, now we almost did nothing to that guy, except this one vehicle was out of range of the 24-inch Shuriken cannon, fired both those guns, only got 5 wounds, 6 wounds or something on him, 5 wounds, but he failed 3 ones. Finally, some ones failed, so he's down to 1 wound there. He tried to seppuku himself by deliberately failing his overcharge, but he didn't, so instead he just wiped out that unit of 2 warp spiders for a victory point. We're going to see if the game ends right here. Oh, continues. The agony continues. Okay, we're just. You want to call it? Do you want me to shoot him to death, or?
No, I gotta call.
All right, let's call it there, man. Yeah, because we're owning all the objectives we got there. But thanks to you, it was a good game. It was actually a lot closer than it looked like. That was the move of the game there. I moved too close to my warp spiders. If you had slaughtered them, man, that would have changed it completely. Yeah, totally changes it up. I still would have destroyed this stuff, but suddenly you would have been annihilating me. Every turn the game continued would have been a deadly turn. I would have had to really survive at that point. I think you probably would have wiped out a chunk of my army. So, but a good close game, man. Thank you again.
No problem.
It's a good one. Yeah.